Hello everybody, it's Tidy1 here. Today's video, we are going to do a horror reaction video today. I've done a couple of these ones before in the past of last year's ones that he had out. So these are two. I got a couple of new. There's a couple of new ones that he has out that I'm gonna try and see if I can't bunch into both in one video here. So I guess we'll see how that goes. Also, this is part of my horror series, so I'm looking forward to doing this, so hope y'all enjoy. I've been looking forward to the third installment of Goku versus Michael Myers. That's kind of interesting.
As our story opens up inside of Goku's house,
and there's a Vegeta versus Freddy Krueger
Goku by telling him,
as well, which is the newest one he has out.
I hope all of that candy was worth it, Goku, because the two of you were supposed to be home hours ago. Hey, I'm sorry, Chi-Chi, Goku says. I promise that I'll be home a lot sooner next, but then Chi-Chi quickly interrupted Goku by then telling him, oh, save it, Goku. You never listen. The least you can do is go out and take the trash out while you're near the door, which was exactly what Goku had done, because as Goku was shown taking out the garbage, he then went on to say to himself, oh man, Chi-Chi's really upset, huh? I completely forgot that we were supposed to be back home hours ago for dinner. And man, I'm starving, Goku adds. I wonder what Vegeta is up to. Knowing him, he's probably off training with Lord Beerus again by training to master that ultra mega ego thing of his. I never really had a chance to spar with him after he got this new form. Maybe I should go and ask and see what he says. But it was only as Goku was then shown taking the trash out where Goku had gone and looking on down and noticing footsteps by responding, hey, are those footprints? Well, that's strange. We don't really have any neighbors here, and they look way too big to be either Chi-Chi or Goten's. And I know those aren't mine, he adds. And what's more is, I think I've seen these exact footprints before, but where, Goku asks? As unbeknownst to Goku, there appears to be someone standing behind him near a tree, as Goku went on to turn around by responding, wait a minute, what was that energy just now? To where as soon as Goku had then gone and turning around, there happened to be nobody there, as Goku went on to continue, and it's just gone, he adds, but it was just there, and now it's suddenly vanished. Could it be that man with the white mask? But then, all of a sudden, from within Goku's house, Chi-Chi went on to scream out for Goku's name, as Goku from there had gone and taking immediate action as he quickly went on to sprint forward by responding, what in the world? That's Chi-Chi's voice. Hold on, I'm coming, Goku shouts. To where as soon as Goku had then busted through the door, he then went on to ask, hey, are you alright? What the heck just, it's you! Goku, help me, Chi-Chi shouts, as it was only out of nowhere where Michael Myers had followed Goku home, as he was just about to stab Chi-Chi right before Goku's eyes, but Goku made sure that this was not about to happen, because before Michael could actually make his move, Goku had gone and grabbing onto Michael's hand by telling him, no you don't, it's you again. How did you find Goku? Who in the hell is this man? And why is he trying to stab me in our own house? Get him out, Chi-Chi screams. To where as soon as Goku was then shown having to knock Michael Myers outside of his home, he then went on to tell Chi-Chi, I'll get him out of here, just stay here, Chi-Chi, with Chi-Chi responding, do you know that man, Goku? Why was he
I've done a part 1 and part 2 of the Michael Myers vs. Goku, so have to go check the old ones out that I've done a reaction video to. And I do have a Goku versus the Freddy Krueger one I reacted to, since there's a Goku versus Vegeta one. There was one where Goku versus Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and Vegeta versus Jason.
Goku was then shown having to make his exit outside of his home and closing the door behind him. Goku from there went on to address Michael Myers by then telling him, you know, you honestly surprise me. I didn't think I'd ever see your face again after what happened the last time. But when you put my family in danger, that's when you cross the line, Goku says. I've been going extremely easy on you because I really don't want to hurt you, Goku says. But if you really want to stab somebody, then try stabbing me. In which as soon as we then get to see how Michael Myers is then shown slowly making his way towards Goku, out of nowhere there was a sudden burst of energy that had appeared as Goku was then shown having to activate the powers of Ultra Instinct instinct, and from there being shown having to point at Michael Myers by telling him, I cannot stand for this any longer. I tried giving you a warning, Goku says. I tried going easy on you in hopes of having you learn the errors of your ways, but this time, you've crossed the line. I won't let you hurt my friends and family. I don't need this form in order to put you in your place, he adds, but I'm going to use it anyway, just to show you that you could never destroy what I am. I'm going to give you one last chance to turn around and walk away, Goku adds. If you engage me again, then you'll leave me with no other choice, as of course Michael had them done, because without even having to waste a single second, Michael Myers had attempted to stab Goku multiple times, but with Goku being shown having to instinctively dodge each and every single one of Michael Myers' attempts to stab him, it was only from there where Goku was shown having to knee Michael in the stomach by telling him, enough of this. I don't understand guys like you, and I never will, Goku responds. Why do you take pleasure in hurting others? Why are you so obsessed with wanting to harm other people? I won't stand for it any longer, Goku says. Hey Dad, Goten shouts, can I come out? And Goten, no, Goku responds. Stay. It's not safe for you to come
Goten
outside,
just wants to
so
help.
stay indoors. The last thing I need is for your mother to worry some more in case something happens to you, Goku responds. But even then, despite having to be given several warnings, Michael Myers had quickly sprung into action in doing his best in finding a way to stab Goku, as Goten went on to shout, Dad, watch out! But this time around, Goku actually allowed for Michael to attempt to stab him, as of course the knife was then shown breaking off of Goku's chest. By no means was Goku affected by this, as Goku went on to respond to Michael by telling him, what a shame. You know you can't win, yet you still tried to take my life away despite giving you multiple chances to walk away. Are you starting to see now what I've been telling you, Goku asks? But even then, despite having to face such overwhelming odds, including having to have his knife break, Michael Myers from that point on still attempted to grab onto Goku's neck anyway, as Goku continued to tell him, but it's clear to me now that people like you never change, no matter how many times that they are given the chance to simply walk away. This time, Goku says, I can't just let you walk away after what you tried to do to my family. Enough is enough. And as soon as Goku had then gone and grabbing onto Michael's hand, with a little bit of pressure added, that's when Goku went on to completely break Michael's hand, as Michael went on to step on back with Goku telling him, what more will it take for you to understand that no matter what it is that you try and do, nothing is going to work? Or do you want to try and use your other hand so I can break that too? But that's when out of nowhere, that's when Goku went on to overhear Goten, as Goten went on to shout, oh wow, I can't believe you came. That costume you have is so awesome. I was starting to get a little worried that you weren't going to show up. Now we look just like Beerus and Whis. I wonder how much candy we'll get now that we're dressed up like this. You ready to go trick-or-treating, Trunks? As indeed Trunks had showed up with his father Vegeta, as we only then see how Trunks was in fact dressed up like Whis, as Trunks went on to respond, well, we won't be able to go and get candy if you're stuck inside the house, Goten. Why are you inside anyway? Vegeta, where did you come from, Goku asks. I wasn't expecting to see you here. What's up? The better question here, Vegeta says, is what the heck are you doing out here, Kakarot? Why are you using Ultra Instinct? And who is the clown with the mask? As with Michael then shown having to quickly turn around, that's when Goku went on to tell Vegeta, it's a long story, but careful, Vegeta, he isn't here to make friends or ask for any candy. I don't care enough to make friends with him, nor do I want any candy, Vegeta says. What are you looking at? Don't even think about it, Vegeta
I like how
says.
Michael just
With
straight
Michael
up
Myers
punches
knowing
Vegeta
who
in the
he was,
face.
He still went ahead and attempted anyway, as with Michael Myers shown having to punch Vegeta in the face, that was when Vegeta had retaliated in uppercutting Michael in the stomach by telling him, and what was that supposed to be, you fool? I thought I told you not to try it. Now you've pissed me off. You picked the wrong one to try and attack today. Get out of my face, you fool. To where as soon as Vegeta was then shown having to kick Michael Myers right back towards Goku, as his body was shown having to drag right towards Goku, that's when Goku went on to tell Michael, I'm sorry that we have to do this, but you left us with no other choice. You should have listened to me when I gave you the chance to just walk away. Not everything needs to end in cold blood, Goku adds, but this isn't the first time you tried this, and it most certainly won't be the last if you're allowed to live. I'm sorry that you have to go through this, but it's what's best for the sake of both our friends and our families.
Sorry guys, I know that little commercial clip. I tried to
a white mask, Vegeta. says,
tried
"You
to
never belonged
I tried to
in
pause
this
it.
world
I paused the
anyway."
video just a bit ago so it
Hawkeye,
wouldn't
Vegeta
get the
shouts.
commercial
It
in
was
that
only
video.
then during that moment, right
You
then
know,
and
there's a
there,
little
where
bitty
unlike Goku, who was shown
section of
having to
it.
have mercy and
So
giving Michael Myers the
sorry about
opportunity
that.
to walk away, Vegeta had instead, during that point moving forward, had went on to completely erase Michael Myers for good. As with Michael Myers' ashes being shown floating through the air, that's when Vegeta went on to continue. Serves him right. What a freak. A complete waste of time. How is it that you were using Ultra Instinct but don't go through with putting that freak out of his misery, Vegeta asks. I just didn't want to take his life without knowing if he would change or not, Goku responds. He was different, to say the least, with Vegeta responding, "You always tend to do this, which is why we always somehow end up with a bigger problem than we should." And different how, Vegeta asks. You talk as though you've seen him before. I sensed nothing but emptiness inside of him. Darkness. You are holding out on me, aren't you, Vegeta asks, as he then went on to grab onto Goku's shirt and tugging him forward. With Goku telling Vegeta to take it easy, that's when Vegeta went on to tell him, "You better not be screwing with me, Kakarot, or I'll do to you what I just did to him." Hey, so, are we going to go trick-or-treating now, or what, Dad? Trunks asks. Me and Goten are ready to collect
Goten and
all
Trunks
of the
are
candy
super
that we
thrilled to
can
go
from the
trick-or-treating.
city, so
Hey, do not care if their dads are fighting.
Yeah, Goten says, and maybe once we're done, we can show both Beerus and Whis our awesome costumes and see what they have to say. So where from there, as Goku and Vegeta were shown taking off with Trunks and Goten having to follow them, that's when Goku went on to respond to Goten by telling him, "Well, I don't know about that one, boys. Lord Beerus might think that you'd want to take his position and fight you, though then again, he'd probably take it out on me and Vegeta." As Vegeta responds, "Speak for yourself, Kakarot. It's your boy who's dressed up like him, not mine. So it's your ass he'd be kicking. You think so?" Goku asks. "We haven't seen those two in a while. Wanna go pay them a little visit after? Not before getting all of the candy that we possibly can, though," Trunks says. "If there was a costume party going, we'd surely beat everyone who entered." "Yeah," Goten responds. "Hey, maybe next year you can dress up too, Dad." As with Goku shown turning around and taking one last look behind him, it was only from that point on where Goku went on to comment, "That doesn't sound too bad, but who was that guy? I can't help but shake this eerie feeling that I have about him. He never once spoke a word. He never even mumbled anything as we fought. Where did he even come from? And how was he able to find me from all the way out here? How freaky," Goku says. "I wonder what his motive was." So whereas we then see how Goten, Trunks, Vegeta, and Goku were shown flying off into the distance, with the remnants of Michael Myers' mask still being shown on the ground partially destroyed, it was only then during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Goku vs. Michael Myers Halloween manga chapter special then comes to a close. Now, what I really enjoyed more so than anything else about concluding the story of Michael Myers and Goku was to further illustrate the case in point that no matter who it is that Goku ultimately goes up against, he's always known as being someone who wants to give the opposition a chance to walk away, or to
Which
even
is
give
normal
the
for
opposition
Goku.
a
I mean,
chance to even change, whereas Michael Myers, based
but
on all of the John
Goku does need to kind of learn the obvious.
films and even the new trilogy, is basically known as being someone that's
Gotta take him
devoid of
out.
all emotion and is basically at this point past the point of redemption. So it kind of only makes sense to see Goku try to spare Michael's life, despite the fact of knowing now that Michael will never change.
Alright, guys.
As opposed to Vegeta, he makes sure to
I think I'm going to
take
cut
matters
this
into his
video
own hands
short
by getting rid of Michael.
and just kind of go ahead, jump into Freddy versus Vegeta and stuff, okay? Just a second here. Okay, guys, we're back. Sorry. Okay, this is the Vegeta versus Freddy Krueger one. Like I said, I was gonna try to bunch both these two together in one video. So hopefully you guys will enjoy these two videos and stuff in this reaction video. The person that does these videos is Unreal Gaming. And if you guys want to catch manga stuff and like fan made stuff like this, go check out his channel. Let's get right to the video.
As our story opens up with Vegeta shown training very intensely within the gravity room, in vowing to never let Goku ever surpass him in power. As Vegeta is shown training, he firmly went on to reassure his status by saying to himself, honing Ultra Instinct in attempts of reaching the level of the angels, are you, Kakarot? As if I will ever allow for you to surpass me again. We'll see which one of us is truly the strongest, especially when using our most powerful transformations to scale one another's power. Will it be your precious Ultra Instinct, Vegeta asks, or will it be the power of a destroyer that I wield? A god of destruction's power that is mastered through Ultra Ego. We will see, Kakarot. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Eventually, I'd like to
how
see
good you are, but you
Ultra
will never
Ego at some
overcome
point.
my
I like to
power.
see Vegeta
You're
have
not
that
the only
in
one
the
training to
new Dragon
become
Ball ship.
stronger, but it was only
Super
then
whenever
during his
they bring
training
that back
the
to
gravity
return.
room's door went on to open with a voice having to comment, there you are, Vegeta. What the Vegeta says? Well, speak of the devil and he shall appear. What are you doing here, Kakarot? How did you... Wait... This energy I'm sensing, Vegeta says, as out of nowhere, the person that Vegeta had assumed to be Goku went on to attack Vegeta by telling him, you left your door wide open, Vegeta. As with Vegeta then shown quickly moving out of the way in nearly avoiding Goku's attack, as Vegeta went on to counter by kneeing the imposter in the gut by asking, just what do you think you're doing? It's not like you to attack blindly. Get away. As with the imposter Goku shown holding onto his chest by smiling, he then went on to respond, aw, come on, Vegeta. I was just trying to have a little bit of fun at your expense. You hit a lot harder than I imagined you would. What do you say you do me a favor and just hold still for a moment, would ya? Wait a second, Vegeta says. What's that glove on your hand? You're not Kakarot. Your energy feels lifeless. Demonic, Vegeta says. Who are you? But before Vegeta could get an answer, the imposter Goku went on to swing his glove by responding, well, check out the brains on this bad boy. I wonder what gave it all away. I hope you know that once I get my hands on you, you won't be waking up ever again, sweet prince. But Vegeta was not having any of it, as Vegeta proceeded to punch the imposter Goku in the stomach by telling him,
I think having a Freddy Krueger in this
against
Goku Vegeta is quite a challenge. Especially since they haven't quite figured out how to actually get rid of him, since you can't kill him in the dream realm.
Vegeta's hand by telling him, but I'm having too much fun to stop now, princess. Ripping me limb from limb, huh? I like the sound of that, only I'll be the one who's doing the ripping. Come here, Saiyan. Let's go for a ride. I have so many horrors to show you, tough guy. As with the imposter Goku then shown throwing Vegeta out into the distance, Vegeta quickly went on to maintain his balance by stabilizing his movements and responding, that's definitely not Kakarot, whoever he is. He's very dangerous, though, but I can't get a direct reading on his spirit other than it feeling dark and empty. Then so be it, Vegeta says. This will be the last time he lives. But as soon as Vegeta went on to turn his head and looking on over, Vegeta could not believe as to where he was, as Vegeta went on to comment, what the hell is going on? Is this Granola's planet? How is he able to bring us here like this? That can't be possible. Oh, but it's possible, princess, as Vegeta was then shown staring directly into the eyes of Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. As to whoever this individual was, he then went on to continue, anything is possible in my world. Welcome to my nightmare, Saiyan. What was that you were saying earlier? You'd never let Goku's Ultra Instinct surpass you? Well, here I am. That's so... You've really done it, Vegeta says. What's going on? Who are you and what do you want? As the imposter Goku went on to reveal his identity by telling Vegeta, I go by many names, but you can just call me Freddy. Freddy Krueger, and right now you are stuck with me in the Dream Realm, a place where I am in full control and a place where you will die. Your soul ought to do the trick in making them remember who I am. The Dream Realm, huh, says Vegeta? So I take it that this is your domain. Freddy Krueger, was it? Call yourself whatever you'd like. I don't care what you just did. Copying Ultra Instinct.
Sorry about that, guys. I just didn't want to have a bunch of commercials, so I paused that one again.
With Freddy Krueger then shown making his way towards Vegeta, he then went on to respond to Vegeta by telling him, the only thing that will be crushed will be your skull once I get my hands on you. Now, like I said, do me a favor, you dirty Saiyan, and hold still. Then by all means, Vegeta responds, do your best and go for it. As Vegeta Vegeta himself was not willing to settle for anything less than by using his best, because with Freddy Krueger making his way towards him, Vegeta had then gone on in unleashing the power of Ultra Ego, and then transforming and using his most powerful transformation and responding, "I'm going to enjoy this. Shredding you will be what answers my question on which one of these forms is truly the strongest power." As with Freddy Krueger then shown attempting to take Vegeta's head off by slashing him, Vegeta was just barely able to avoid the attack as Freddy Krueger went on to graze his face by telling him, "You're more full of yourself than I gave you credit for. You'll die trying in the process." As Vegeta responds, "Am I now? You grazed me, but you missed, fool." And with Vegeta shown retaliating by kicking Freddy Krueger in the face, he then went on to tell him, "You don't even know how to use that power, let alone use it well enough to beat me. The real Kakarot would have at least made me try. You, on the other hand, are just a waste of my time, you clown." As with Freddy's body shown flying out into the distance, Vegeta then went on to tell him, "How could you claim another warrior's body if you don't even know how to properly use it? What a disgrace you are. The only thing you seem to be good at is running your mouth. But I have a solution for all of that," Vegeta says. "All it's going to take is one move." As with Freddy Krueger then shown bursting up from the ground in his attempts of grabbing Vegeta, he then went on to tell him, "You still don't get it, do you? Try whatever you'd like on me. You can't hurt me here. Now let's rip that soul of yours out. I'm getting sick of listening to you flex your ego in my face. Oh, but I'm not looking."
Does anybody ever feel like that Freddy Krueger would make a pretty cool villain for Dragon Ball Z or something?
This will guarantee that you
I mean, his ideas are pretty flawless, and you know,
Goku shown bursting up from the ground, he
I don't know, it's just be an interesting take.
"You are just as stupid as you
and
look.
he would give them
Now
both
die,
a challenge.
Saiyan."
So
But before Freddy Krueger could do anything about it, Vegeta went on to stick his arm out by shouting, "Hakai!" As it was from that point on where the
I mean, I get this is fan made. This isn't like real or canon, but
"What in the world?
um,
What did you just do?
it's really clever and
My
very
body.
very good
What have you
creativity.
done to my body, you dirty Saiyan? I'm disappearing. Why am I disappearing? So much for the so-called ruler of the Dream Realm," Vegeta says. "Your efforts were meaningless." But even with the imposter Goku's body now destroyed, Freddy Krueger continued to speak to Vegeta by telling him, "Oh no! What will I do? I don't have a body anymore. You sure did show me you did. I'm so scared." As out of nowhere, unbeknownst to Vegeta, Freddy Krueger's arms came bursting up from the ground and grabbing onto his feet by shouting, "Ah! How wrong you are! Watch your step," Freddy says. "You just might slip up and break a leg." "What?" Vegeta says, but it can't be, as indeed it was, because before you know it, the real Freddy Krueger went on to appear before Vegeta and lifting up his chin with his blade by telling him, "Aw, what's wrong, Widow's Peak? Thought you could erase me? This is my world, and I make the rules here. Not you," Freddy says. "That was your most effective technique, right? Well, look where it got you. I'm going to have fun carving your eyes out of your skull by the time we're done. I think once I'm done nailing your head on my wall as a trophy, I just might pay your friends and family a visit right after. A family reunion, right?" And with Freddy then shown sticking his arms out, he then continues, "And with nothing and no one to stop me, am I right? Come on, hotshot, show Uncle Freddy what you got. I'll even give you a freebie. And once that's done, I have a little surprise for you. So go on, hit me," Freddy says. "Do it. Hit me." "Hit you, huh?" asks Vegeta. "You're making this way too easy for me. Here you go. Take this, fool." As Vegeta did not waste any time after Freddy had provoked him, because Vegeta had then gone on
the smirk on his face, he was glad to.
Vegeta had assumed that the nightmare was then over, as Vegeta comments, "Your magic in this realm will only get you so far if I keep blowing your body into pieces over and over again, fool. Either give up and die, or I'll just keep blasting you until there's nothing left." As Freddy went on to respond, "That one actually hurts.
I don't get how Freddy is using these characters to draw him into. I don't think he fears that character, but I don't know why that either. Because the Goku versus Vegeta one, he did a Jiren with Goku on that one.
As Vegeta comments, "That's not possible. It's you! As from the lower half of Freddy's body, we then see how there was another individual then shown standing across from Vegeta, and that individual was none other than Moro73. As the imposter Moro went on to ask, "What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost." You remember Moro, do you? Well, payback is coming for what you've done. We don't ever forget about what you've done, Vegeta. The sins of your past will always live in a cold, dark place, even if you can't see it. It will always be there to haunt your memories. As Vegeta responds, "Well, come get some. You were destroyed once before, and you'll be destroyed once again." Wait a second, Vegeta says. I sense another power closing in, and indeed he was right, because thankfully enough, with Vegeta shown out of nowhere, we then see how Freddy Krueger had also taken
Sorry about
the
that,
form
guys.
of Broly, as Broly went on to tell Vegeta,
Try not to get any of these commercial clips in there.
very fondly, in just
Hopefully there's just that one small segment that got in there on accident.
Moro and Broly by telling them, "So this is what you're going to resort in using, relying on the enemies of my past in hopes of getting rid of me? Good luck," Vegeta says. As Moro was then shown being the first one to make his move, he then went on to tell Vegeta, "It's only a matter of time."
I might understand why he would change to Broly. I don't think Vegeta really feared Broly, especially after the Super movie.
Which, just like that, Moro was then shown having to also disintegrate just like Master to Ultra Instinct Goku did. As through that, Vegeta then went on to comment, "I take it that you'll keep resorting into morphing yourself into whoever I may know or remember. You can try that all you want.
So one of the Freddy's many flaws is
and this goes for
drawing
you as well,
drawing you
Vegeta
from your
says.
fears, and I don't
Ally
know.
or not, you're not the real Broly, so I don't care what
Interesting, I
happens
guess.
to you." Hakai, Vegeta says. As similar to both MUI Goku and Moro, Broly was also then shown disintegrating as Freddy went on to comment, "This move of yours, I've got to learn what it is so when I return to the living world, I could just erase who I want. Guess you foiled my plans then, huh?" Freddy asks. And as Vegeta was then shown erasing the imposter Broly, he then went on to acknowledge Freddy by telling him, "Enough of these games, demon. How many times must I erase your clones in order for you to understand that you can't win?" But unbeknownst to Vegeta from behind him, Freddy Krueger went on to lean on in by telling Vegeta, "Psst, hey, guess what? It didn't work, hotshot. You can't erase something that you don't understand. You lose." But with Vegeta then shown quickly taking immediate action in his attempts of kicking Freddy out of nowhere, as Vegeta went on to kick Freddy, Freddy went on to disappear as Vegeta went on to shout, "Curse you! Why don't you quit running away and fight me like a man? Fight me like a true warrior would. Why would I continue to fight you when I could just kill you instead?" Freddy says. As with Freddy Krueger then spawning several chains that popped up from the ground and wrapping around Vegeta's arms, Vegeta could not believe as to what the heck was going on as he went on to ask, "What the hell? Now hold still," Freddy says. "This will only take but a moment." Where as soon as several of these chains went on to wrap around Vegeta's body and positioning him up in the air, Vegeta was seemingly powerless to do anything to stop Freddy, as Freddy went on to continue, "You've been running your mouth the entire time you were here. This is the part where the lights go out and it stays off permanently." As with Freddy shown winding his arm back and getting ready to impale Vegeta with his glove, he then went on to tell him, "It's time I put you out of your misery. For good. Come to Freddy, you little Saiyan bitch." As seconds later, before Freddy Krueger had the opportunity in killing Vegeta in the Dream Realm, Vegeta had quickly gone on in waking up by shouting, What the heck just happened?" "It was a dream," Vegeta says, "only it felt a little too real to actually be one." "Who was that?" Vegeta asks. "I've never seen his face before."
He's so surprised.
So then how did he know who I was? And how was he able to morph himself into our enemies from the past? None of it makes any sense, especially since I've never had a dream like this before, except I don't think it was," Vegeta says. As with Vegeta shown touching his face and noticing the exact mark left within the Dream Realm, he then continues, "There's something more to it. My face. The mark he gave me from that glove of his is still fresh. The blood is still warm," Vegeta says. As with Vegeta then shown standing on up and seemingly being determined, he then went on to continue, "Well then, now I know. This disfigured demon wasn't something my mind had just imagined, but something more," he says. "So I assume this creature only appears in dreams, does he? I wonder what would happen if he was somehow pulled into the living realm. Nevertheless, Vegeta says, the next time we encounter
I want to see a third part of that. Where Goku and Vegeta team up and try to do that. Bring him into reality and like kill him off. That's like one of the ways you can actually
will be yours.
kill him.
Shown exiting the gravity room with a silhouette of Freddy shown standing behind him. It was only then during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super.
But both of these two, one of them will figure it out.
To a close. Now, what I really wanted to encompass with this story was to basically celebrate the season of Halloween by including two very iconic characters from two very different forms of fiction, one being anime and one being cinema, in basically telling.
Okay, guys. That was Freddy, Michael Myers vs. Goku, and a Vegeta vs. Freddy Krueger fan-made reaction video that I was doing on. Glad I got them both bunched in. I might come up with some different stuff tomorrow. I have quite a few things I'm going to do tomorrow, so if you like this, hit the like button, and if you guys want to check out his channel, it is Unrelenting Gaming. Go check out his channel and hit subscribe, and if you are new to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment, and like I said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. As always, I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye!